Take a look at these two designs and tell me which one looks better. Most of you probably choose this one. But why? The colors, layout, even the content, almost everything is the same. So what makes one design look better than the other? The answer is typography. Hi, I am Rishabh Parochi, a self-taught UX designer, and today I will show you exactly how typography can make or break your design. We will also fix the typography of this page at the end of this video. So let's get started. What is typography? Typography is the way we organize and style text inside our design. But why typography is important? To understand this, let's take the example of this product details page where we use the random fonts. But can you read the product name with these fonts? Can you read all the important elements like unit, delivery time, and the discount percent? Maybe yes, but is it comfortable? No. Now look at this design. This is very good example of typography because we can read all the information very easily and we can also scan the important elements quickly, and that improves the overall user experience. And if we compare them side by side, you can clearly see this design looks way more clean and professional. Now we will see some typography properties. So there are some important typography properties that every designer must know. First is typeface and font. Many designers get confused between the typeface and font because they think they are same, but there is a difference. Typeface is the overall style of the letters. For example, it can be Roboto, Poppins, Inter, and font is the specific weight or style of the typeface. So suppose if we are choosing Roboto typeface, then the font will be Roboto regular or Roboto medium or Roboto bold. And if we put all these styles and weight together, then we call it a font family. Next is font size. Font size means how big or small the text is. For example, for the body text, we can use 16 pixels, and for the heading, we can use 32 pixels. The bigger the text, the more attention it usually gets. Now we have font weight. Font weight means how thick or thin the text looks. Mostly we use regular for the body text and bold for the headings. Next is line height. Line height means the space between the two text lines. For example, we have two paragraphs here and both have the same line height. But if we increase the line height of this paragraph to 24 pixel, now you can clearly see which one is easier to read. Of course, this one. That's why line height is important. It improves the readability and makes paragraph more comfortable to read. But how did we choose the 24 pixel? To set the line height, we use 1.5 times of the font size. So suppose if we are using 16 pixel font size, then the line height will be 16 multiplied by 1.5, that is 24 pixel. So that's how you can choose the good line height for your text. Now we have letter spacing. Letter spacing is simply the space between the individual letters. Next is text alignment. So there are three common types of text alignments. Left alignment, where text starts from the left side. Center alignment, where text is placed in the center. Right alignment, where text is aligned to the right side. In UI design, we mostly use left alignment because it is more easier to read. And naturally, our eyes move from left to right. So left line text is more comfortable to read, especially for the longer paragraph. Alright, so we have learned all the important properties, but how do we choose the right font? Always choose a font that fits your brand. Take a look at these three fonts. This is Inter, this is Shinzel, and this is Chewy font. Can you see how different they look? So suppose if you are designing a dashboard or fintech app where user have to read a lot of information carefully. So in that case, we will be using Inter font because it is clean and easier to read. And if we are designing any luxury jewelry website, then we can use this Shinzel font because it gives more elegant and premium feel. And this playful chewy font can be used for the heading of any kids app. So some font look modern, some look professional, and some look playful. And that's why the font can change the overall personality of a product. So we have to choose a font that match our product or brand. Another common mistake beginners make is using too many font. One for heading, one for body text, one for button. But this can make your design look messy. So if you are beginner, I will recommend you to use only one font family. So suppose if you are using Inter, then use Inter for everything. And if you are using Poppins, then use Poppins for everything. But still, if you want to go with the font pairing, I will recommend you to use only two font family. For example, Poppins for heading and Inter for body text. Don't choose font just because they are trendy or they look good. Always choose font that is easy to read because we should always give priority to readability. Try to avoid decorative fonts because these fonts can look good on posters and logo, but in the application or website, they can be very difficult to read. Now we have type scale, and this is one of the most important part of the typography. Type scale is simply a system of text sizes that we follow throughout our design. Instead of randomly choosing different font sizes, we create a type scale, and in this type scale, we have different text sizes that we follow across our design. So this is the type scale that we mostly use in UI design. First, we decide the size of the body text. It can be 14 pixel or 16 pixel depending on how compact your design is. So suppose if you are designing a dashboard or fintech app or any product with a lot of information, then we can go with the 14 pixel because it will make the design compact. And if you're designing a website, then you can go with the 16 pixel. So we have 16 pixel for the body text, and above 16 pixel, for example 20 pixel, 24 pixel, they can be headings, and below 16 pixel we have button label, and then we have caption. So caption is the smallest size, and that is 12 pixel, and we don't go below 12 pixel because it will be hard to read. Now let's take everything that we have learned and apply it to a real UI design. So suppose this is a job application page of any SaaS company, but when we look at this design, it doesn't look that professional because the typography is not good. So let's fix it. For now, I want you to focus only on this part of the design. So these are body text, these are headings, and this is button label. But the body text doesn't look that professional and it doesn't match with the brand, and most important, it is very hard to read. So first of all, we'll choose a font that is easy to read and match with the brand. So for this, we can go with the intern. So we will select all the body text and change them to intern. Now on the type scale, we have 16 pixel for the body text. So we will make the body text 16 pixel. Did you notice that some of the text is left aligned and some of the text is center aligned, which makes our design inconsistent, and most important, this center aligned text is very hard to read. So we will select them and make them left aligned so that user can easily read them. But still something is missing. If we look at these lines, they are very close to each other, which makes them very uncomfortable to read. So we will increase the line height. So right now we have 16 pixel size for the body text. So the line height will be 16 multiplied by 1.5, that is 24 pixel. Now they look a lot better and easy to read. But what about the headings? They are very small to grab user attention. So according to our type scale, we can make them 20 pixel. So we will select them all and make them 20 pixel. And we will also add weight according to their importance. Now everything is looking good. And for the button labels, we can make them 14 pixel. So we'll select all the button labels and make them 14 pixel. And we will also add some weight so that they are easy to read. Now this is the largest heading of our page, and according to the type scale, we have 64 pixel for the largest heading. So we will change the size of this heading to 64 pixel, just like that. And this eyebrow is not that important, so we will make it 12 pixel. Now everything is looking great, and if we compare them side by side, you can see the huge difference. So this is how you can improve the UI design and user experience by creating a perfect typography. I also made the video on visual hierarchy. If you haven't watched, I will put the link in the description. And in the next video, we will see how to use spacing to make our design more clean and minimal. So alright guys, see you in the next video.